Apple just made it extremely difficult to choose which Apple Watch to buy because they've not only added the brand new Ultra model into the lineup for the first time ever, but they've also reduced the price of the Apple Watch SE while barely making any changes to the Series 8. So in this video, I'm gonna stop all of the confusion and explain all of the main differences between them to help you decide which Apple Watch to buy, and I'm gonna give you guys some advice that you're probably not expecting. So without further ado, let's jump right into it, starting with the biggest difference between all three models: the materials and sizes. The Apple Watch SE starts at $249 and only comes in aluminum in either midnight, starlight, or silver, with the smallest case sizes either 40 or 44 millimeters. For $150 more, you can get the new Series 8, which comes in aluminum for the base price, and it gets an extra color option, product red, and slightly larger 41 and 45 millimeter case sizes. However, you can also get the Series 8 in stainless steel in either graphite, silver, or gold, but you'll have to pay at least $700 for these, and the price continues to go up based on the band that you like. And then finally, we have the brand new Apple Watch Ultra, which is priced at the same $800 no matter which one of the new extreme sports bands you choose, which actually makes it a killer value, as I'm gonna show you guys in just a minute. But the main thing you need to know is that it only comes in the natural finish with the now exclusive titanium chassis and the massive 49 millimeter case size, which might actually be too large for some people out there. Just look at this side-by-side comparison right here, as well as how huge it looks on iJustine's wrist. Now, before this watch launched, there were some rumors floating around saying that the existing watch bands would not be compatible with this new Ultra model, but thankfully, you can also use any 42 to 45 millimeter Apple Watch band. And that's actually perfect because our sponsor Juke sent us over some custom made and designed Apple Watch bands that are probably the highest quality bands I've seen, with stainless steel butterfly clasps, even on this one, which uses genuine Italian leather from a tannery in Florence. And the aluminum bands like this Onyx Qrono are extremely high quality yet incredibly light, including this ruby red Vitero band with custom engineered tapered links for perfect curvature around the wrist, and Juke even includes tools in the box for adjustment with great options for the ladies as well, so check them out in the description below. Now, getting back to the Apple Watch differences, the Ultra has the biggest display size and pixel density, and it's the only one that features a completely flat sapphire crystal glass panel that's actually protected by the titanium lip, compared to the other models with curved and exposed glass. The Ultra also comes with a completely unique design that's rounded at first, but then gets flat towards the display. And on the left side, it gets a new orange action button, which is customizable and unique to the Ultra, while also featuring this large crown guard that sticks out of the side, protecting the larger, beefier crown. And this actually helps Apple save room on the inside of the watch itself, allowing Apple to pack in a battery that's 76% larger than the one in the Series 8. And that leads to 36 hours of battery life, exactly double the amount you get with both the Series 8 and the new SE, but it also makes the watch about 35% thicker than the other two, and surprisingly, it's almost 2 times heavier than the 44 millimeter SE model and about 19% heavier than the stainless steel Series 8. Now, believe it or not, but they all feature the same S8 chip, which is actually a rebranded S7, which was already a rebranded S6, which is kind of funny, but I guess it means the chips are fast enough for everything these watches need to do. The only difference is that the SE model doesn't come with the U1 ultra-wideband chip for precise device tracking. The SE also doesn't get features like the blood oxygen sensor, the electrical heart sensor, the 3rd generation optical heart sensor, fast charging support, the brand new temperature sensing feature, which is available on both of the other models for ovulation tracking, IP6X dust resistance, and of course, the SE doesn't get the always on display. But to be honest, it still packs a majority of the major features like car crash detection, 32 gigs of storage, sleep tracking, support for the new compass and backtrack features, and more, all for only $250, and even more shocking, you only need to pay $50 more to upgrade to the cellular model, making it the absolute best choice if you're buying an Apple Watch for your kid instead of a more expensive iPhone. But now let's dig into some of the things that you can only get on the Ultra, because it's really quite impressive, since this is meant to be an extreme sports Apple Watch. The Ultra comes with a display that can reach up to a massive 2000 nits of brightness, which will basically make the display easily readable while in direct sunlight, and it also has the best water resistance at up to 100 meters compared to 50 on the other two. In terms of durability and weatherproofing, it's tested to the 810H military standard, and it's also the only one that is certified for diving up to 40 meters deep with the EN 13319 certification, which is the best rating out there, making it qualify as a legit diving computer, and Apple even gives you the exclusive Oceanic Plus diving app for that, alongside the new depth gauge and water temperature sensor features. It also comes with precision dual frequency GPS with the added L5 band, and it gets a new dual speaker setup, which is 40% louder than on the Series 8, allowing for the new siren feature, which I'm personally excited for, and it also gets a new 3-mic array with beamforming for the best microphone quality you can get. It's also the only Apple Watch that comes with Bluetooth 5.3 to match the new iPhone 14s and the AirPods Pro 2, and of course, it comes with cellular built in at the base $800 price, which I have to admit makes it the best bang for the buck Apple Watch model out there, thanks to the massive 36 hours of battery life. And together with the new low power mode, the Ultra can go up to 60 hours on a single charge, which is actually really impressive. And as a little bonus, it also gets a unique braided USB-C charging cable inside of the really creative and high quality packaging. But now, with all of those differences out of the way, it's time to get into my personal buyer's advice for all of you guys out there, including some advice that you probably are not expecting to hear from me. If you're currently looking at the Series 8 Apple Watch, I would honestly recommend that you stop and instead buy the Series 7 on Amazon, since you can find a renewed model for as low as $317, or a brand new 45mm model with cellular for only $400. And the reason I'm making that recommendation is because the Series 8 really only has two advantages over the 7. It comes with the car crash detection feature and ovulation tracking. And if that doesn't matter that much to you, then simply go for the Series 7. Now, if you're looking to spend even less cash, like let's say you're buying someone an Apple Watch as a gift, then the new SE is probably going to be the best option, since it packs most of the important features for an incredibly low $250 price. However, keep in mind that it doesn't have an always-on display, which might be important for the person you're buying it for, but let's say you're buying it for a kid. In that case, it's not going to matter, and it's 100% the model that I recommend for kids, but be sure to pay the extra $50 for the cellular model because it's required for the kids setup feature. And then finally, we have the Ultra, which is in my opinion by far the best bang for your buck in terms of how feature-packed and rugged it is, especially with double the battery life, which is basically the most important thing in any battery-powered device. It's also something that's completely fresh and new, so it's probably going to be an exciting choice for those who are getting kind of bored of the general Apple Watch design, like myself, and that's honestly why I bought it. But just keep in mind that the 49mm chassis might look a little bit too big for people with smaller wrists, so you might want to try it out at a nearby Apple store first if you live close to one. So there you guys go. Hopefully this video helped you make a decision on which Apple Watch model to buy, and if it did, definitely check out Juke's premium Apple Watch bands down in the description below, and go ahead and click the circle above to subscribe for our hands-on comparison videos coming up this weekend, and check out one of those two videos right over there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.